All right, hey, welcome to the Shakedown. Yes, you don't have to adjust your set because I am dark and everything, and I'm not Royzy. But either way, you gotta look at it is that I'm here with my man Royzy, who's also joined by a good friend of his, who's an interesting artist that we wanted to have here on the Shakedown, and he's joined. And this is Adam Rose.
What up? What up?
What up, Adam? What up, Adam? Now this has got to be weird for Royzy. I got to tell you guys because I mean, he's usually here in this table on this side and everything.
That's
so
true.
Tables have turned. Tables have turned.
thank you. The tables are turned, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But reason why Royzy is joining with his man Adam, well, we'll get into all of that. But first of all, Adam, just tell us about who you are and what type of performer you like, what type of style of artistry that you do.
Yeah, so the name's Adam Rose. I'm a singer from Birmingham. 28, been in the game for a couple of years now. Sort of music I do is anything that makes you dance, man. The feel-good music. I've grown up on, the Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5s, the Motown era, the 90s with the Drew Hill, the Jodices.
Oh, you talking
That's my flavour
Kilo.
right there. That's what I've been growing up on over the years. So that's where my kind of the influence with the R&B and the sort of dance music, pop music comes into it. So.
Well, I gotta tell you, you were in our big condo studio here, and you were doing a live lounge session.
Yeah, shout out Big Condo Studios.
Well, definitely shout out Big Condo Studios always. But I mean, I heard a little bit of acoustic, a little bit of R&B, acapella, and everything. Is that what you enjoy doing?
I love anything that kind of I sing from the heart, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do things, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's not from the heart, then it's not worth doing. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. I was about to sing right in the heart, but I don't know. It's a rock song. But either way, look at it is that. Well, first of all, let's just explain, reason why Royzy is joining you is because you guys did, not just because you guys did the recent track which we will talk about, but let's go back. Let's look at it as the origin story. Like, tell me how long have you guys known each other?
So we first met back in 2017 at Help the Homeless charity event going on. So I was performing at his event. Came all the way from Birmingham to Liverpool to come down and perform, and ever since then, I think we've been on and off, haven't we? Just been busy doing other things. I've been touring. He's been touring as well. And I don't know why, but there's a reason we came back together back in 2020.
There's a time for everything,
There's a time and a place for everything, and this is it. This is it.
Yeah. I mean, what about you, Roy? What is it that you saw in Adam at that time, or was he just another artist in a showcase that you were putting on? Or tell us a little bit about that showcase.
The showcase was a charity event. It was for an organisation called Liverpool, who help the homeless.
Yeah.
We managed to raise a couple of £100.
Nice one.
Which Liverpool did contact us and said, you've supplied sleeping bags, you've supplied food for 14 days for people and all stuff like that. So it was a really successful event.
Really good event.
I'd been speaking to Adam on social media for months before he went on to the event.
Yeah.
And then obviously I put a post up just saying that obviously I am doing this charity event. And obviously I said to Adam, did he want to do it? And he said so he come down to perform. And then obviously that's where I first seen him perform live, because I hadn't seen him perform live prior. And thought he was a sick artist in 2017. He certainly worked the crowd on the night. It was a small crowd.
To be fair, this is when literally my first time sort of in the game. This is I wasn't really experienced in performing and stuff like that. So literally, it was one of my first
you were a
events.
virgin in the game at this
time? So I was kind of a beginner. I was nowhere near on doing what I'm coming out with now. So that was one of my first events I ever did. Coming outside of Birmingham to Liverpool is probably my first time doing that kind of stuff. So he gave me the first opportunity to perform outside of Birmingham. So big credit to him, for that. So
yeah, well, also too is that Roy, when he does the show, he's all about kind of the information and everything. So let me just ask you, do you have management, or are you with a label, or what's your story in that aspect?
I'm not really with a label as yet. I'm with a PR company, and they kind of manage my sort of promotions with the fashion side of things as well, working with different brands and stuff, the social media.
Really?
But no record label as yet. So I'm a free agent.
I mean, for people watching, I mean, like, what does a PR company do for you in this particular aspect? I know you say, hey, that's not too much about PR, but I'm just curious, you know.
So in terms of the fashion, they kind of put me in touch with big brands like Boohoo Man, Couture Club.
Oh, Boohoo Man.
So if I ever want to, you know, work with a different brand, and if they want promotion on Instagram, so you know, for example, I get paid through that. So they sort the kind of the fashion side of things for me, you know, the social media, but not so much with the music.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really with the label as yet.
Well, you know, I mean, I know, like, this is usually where Roy starts to drop some science, so I'll give him a chance to do that. I mean, like, for you, I mean, is that a cool thing, a PR company and everything? Because I know you usually are talking to artists and about, like, whether it's, like, management or self-distribution and everything. What is your opinion around PR companies? Not his, but just PR companies in general.
I think PR companies are really good, and they are needed to connect brands with brands.
Yeah.
Because you call yourself an artist, a rapper, or a musician, or whatever you want to call yourself. If you're going to take this seriously, you are a brand, just like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or, I don't know, Lacoste, whatever you want to call it. So a PR company can connect one brand to another brand, and that's basically what they're doing. They're connecting the Adam Rose brand to the Boohoo brand.
Fashion, TV, all that kind of stuff.
Well, you know, there's a difference between New Coke and Line Coke, you know, I mean, but I mean, I just think it's really important because obviously, you know, what Shakedown is really all about is like informing artists about what's out there and what they can do and everything. And so, you know, I thought that would be a good thing. So let's talk about like Stush, right? You know, because so you did this thing in 2017. Finally, you came back together, and just tell us about how Stush came about and what it's about.
Well, Stush for me basically, it was through watching Love Island. I don't know if you guys are a big fan of Love Island.
I don't watch it at all.
This is like earlier this year, back in February. They had the Winter Love Island on. And,
too hot to handle.
Too hot to handle.
Yeah, it ain't no Love Island, bro.
So I'm a big fan. First of all, I'm a big fan of Love Island, and you know, watching the show, it just gave me the inspiration to write this song Stush. Basically, it's about certain people that come on the show who seem to be a bit kind of vain, a bit kind of shallow, you know, kind of gold diggerish, you know that sort of persona. So that was the inspiration behind it.
Yeah,
that was the inspiration behind it.
So I mean, like, obviously, you know, you put the story together and you got your lyrics, and then so Roy, when Adam came to you, what about your part?
In what way?
Well, I mean, obviously, you had to drop your section of the track, and he's telling you, it's about Love Island and it's about this and that. What about your part?
What, as in how I came up with the lyrics, or why?
Why'd you wrote those lyrics? Look at him questioning me. I never heard anybody question him and shit. But question me, bruv, all you want. How'd you what you wrote it?
No, I'm trying to find
Q&A,
out exactly what it is that you want me to say. That's what
I don't know, man. Yeah, you know, like
the lyrics. Well, first of all, let's start with the song.
How about?
Well, when he sent the song, I liked the music. I liked his vocals on the song. I liked the overall sound of the song.
Yeah.
And I liked the switch up where the obviously my verse was to come in, so the whole song switches up ready. So obviously it's ready for somebody who can rap at a fast pace as well, which is what that's my thing. So I just slotted in straight away. The lyrics were actually really easy to write because, as you can see, with Big Condo, we got palm trees popping off everything. Yeah,
man, it's all about the palm love.
Do you get me?
Amen to that, man.
So in the lyrics, it says like palm trees, you know what I mean? So it like the verse itself was really easy to write.
Now this song just came out, didn't it? Because
just 14th of July. Yeah, just came out.
So tell it, where can people find it, man?
On all digital platforms, man. iTunes, Spotify, anywhere, man. It's all over. It's all over, man. So
if you really want to support it, you'll stream it on Tidal, because that's 3 plays to a penny. Spotify is like 14 plays.
He needs all your pennies, because all the pennies add up to £1. You see.
Tune in, guys, man. Check it out. Check it out.
Roy, it's all about that. But still, it's a nice summer vibe, though, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
And everything, you know. But I mean, obviously, also it's strictly audio at this point, and everything. When I was asking you about what new stuff that you're working on, What's that new track?
So I got a new song coming out called Puerto Rico.
All right.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. I'm all about the Puerto Rico, man. You know, because I was telling you, you know, like Puerto Rico, I'm from New York, as we all know. And it's all about the Puerto Rican girls in New York, bro. And when I came here to England, I don't see no Puerto Rican girls.
No
What's
Puerto
up
Rican
with
girls.
that, man? You know what I mean? Now, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, man.
Because you've been to Miami.
Been to Miami, yeah. This is back in 2017. It's that same year again when I first met
Royzy.
Royzy. That year, that 7, man. Something about that 7.
So, I mean, is that what the song is about?
I can't say too much, but you know what? Yes, you know what? I'm gonna say yes, it is. Yeah. Hell yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, better be. Better be. At least
I love the Puerto Rican girls, but I'm sure Royzy does as well.
No, he can't say that.
Oh, you can't say that.
Can't say much, can I?
I do apologize, Royzy, man. I take it back.
He knows nothing about that.
I know nothing at all.
But you told me actually you were inspired by Daddy Yankee, though.
Yes, I saw him. I saw him perform live in Malaga last year, 2019, and I was gobsmacked, man. What he did on stage, the way he entertained, his style, everything. And he's from Puerto Rico, so that's,
there you go.
He's a big inspiration for me. So he's definitely he plays a major part to me writing that song.
Yeah. You've heard of Daddy Yankee, haven't you? Yeah.
Really big on the reggaeton scene. Really big.
Yeah. And now, so obviously, you know, that's your new track. And then, so I said to you, like, dude, why no video? No video for Stush? No video for Puerto Rico? What's going on, bro? What you say?
It's been tough times, man.
Tough times.
COVID-19 slowing me down.
All right, don't get us taken off. But that thing? You mean it's about that thing?
It's about that thing. It's about that thing, man. But we're moving, man. Yeah. We're making movements, man. So everything in its own time. You can't rush magic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, like you were talking, like, look, you know, I mean, this is a summer track. I mean, Just as Stush is a summer track, and now summer's nearly over, bruv.
Yeah, it's coming, man. Don't worry about it.
And that's why you said you were looking at next year, and I'm like, next year.
Well, I think the airlines are back on now, so
are they?
Everyone's planning holidays now to go back over.
And flights are cheap.
Very cheap now.
Heard of cheap flights, but they're really cheap now. They're like now down to like a nickel or a penny or a dime. You know,
because I could do like a green screen here in England now and just keep it simple. But for me, I like to keep it natural, man. For me,
condos.
I want to go abroad. Stush is good. It's all about Spain, Marbella.
Where was the place? Marbella.
Marbella in Spain. That's where we're gonna shoot the video.
See,
you hear Royzy mention it in his verse as well.
Paint that picture. Marbella. Right? You know, like for people who haven't been anywhere so far this year in 2020, paint that picture. What's your vision?
Man,
You've been there, I assume.
I have from last year, man. I was working there,
bro. I've never been.
I was working in Spain last year as a PE teacher, and God, I fell in love with that place. Literally, very similar to Miami. Palm trees everywhere. Absolutely, you've got the ocean everywhere, the beaches, everything. Absolute beautiful place, man. Beautiful place.
Right. Well, you know, cheap.
Very
flights.
Tropical scene. Cheap. You know what?
Cheap flight, small crew.
You know what? If you wanted, I know you're from New York, but if you wanted to come from Liverpool to London, it would actually be cheaper for you to get from Liverpool to Spain. The flights are that cheap. Literally, you can get from Liverpool to London to Spain for about £30, £50.
You have leg room because nobody else be on that plane.
You know what I mean? it's cheap flights, man.
I'm just really just saying that, all joking aside, Adam, it's just that, you know, we've been in, you know, this kind of like lockdown thing for 4 or 5 months now. And I mean, really what we're experiencing now is a gap and a hole in the market.
Yeah.
You know, the more everybody joins into not going anywhere and not doing anything, then there's a hole for somebody to see something.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's like, you know, you got, you know, Stush and you got Puerto Rico, right? You know, Joe, you gotta give me that close up when I'm like Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. See, no. What I find funny here, Adam?
What's that?
You know, we're relating, right?
Yeah,
Puerto Rico,
yeah.
and Roy just sitting.
Have you been to Puerto Rico before?
No.
You been?
No.
Yeah, Roy's been to Devon.
Devon's good though. I've heard Devon's really Spanishy, kind of a.
It was good, wasn't it, Roy?
I got burnt in Devon. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
It was good though, wasn't it, Roy? You know what I mean? But I mean, it's just a matter of like, I mean, what do you think about the idea? Because you know both of these songs, I presume. What do you think about the idea of like fun, sun, and all that?
I only heard Puerto Rico today, just before.
Exclusive. No one's heard it before.
Right.
Very
Well,
exclusive.
they would when they watch our
When
bar
they do.
session.
I heard it like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I thought it was a top song.
Yeah. I mean, you know, because again, you know, you're usually giving advice on the show and stuff like that. You know, like coming out with a song like that at a time like this, we need something that is less dire, don't we?
Yeah.
So at least your song's coming out.
Yeah.
Is it going to be doing the whole title run and everything like that?
What do you mean title run?
Well, you know, going on Tidal.
Spotify and Tidal and Apple.
Yeah, and Tidal. I thought you said title. I'm gonna say Tidal.
I said Tidal, bro.
Yeah, it's going everywhere, man. All platforms, man. All platforms.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, but I mean, so Roy, I mean, you know, what do you think about that? You know, as far as like a video that is sun, fun, surf, all that other kind of stuff. I mean, your recommendation.
Well, it needs to be done, doesn't it? Well, I'd suggest to shoot them both in one day. When you'd shoot,
it's gonna be a long flight from Puerto Rico to Spain, wouldn't it? Or Spain.
Well, no, what he's saying is why
Yeah.
you know why go and then not do.
No, go to Spain and shoot both videos in Spain. Yeah. You don't have to
be in Puerto Rico
to get the feel of
No,
Puerto
you don't.
Rico.
No,
It's
no.
true.
Do you know what I mean? It's just camera
It's
angles.
true.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
No, I mean, you know, that's what I discovered. You know, like even though when I was in New York, Puerto Rican girls, whoa, that's great. And then here in England, you don't really see a Puerto Rican girl, whatever, because she's a Barcelonian, you know, she's from Portugal and all that other kind of stuff. It's like, oh, okay, eye opener. Right, but if you're gonna go to Marbella, well, hey, you know what I mean.
I'm not sure how the Puerto Ricans would feel about that, though. Shooting a Puerto Rican song in Spain, I'm not sure if they'd agree, but you know,
as if they're
because of the theme, Puerto Rico's so strong.
Yeah,
you know, it has to be, for me personally, it has to be in Puerto Rico because the song's called Puerto Rico, man, and
it
wouldn't really make sense. It wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah, no, exactly. Except for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the states, and the states don't let people coming in from outside. Let's not go down that road. So either way, you know, this all sounds great, Adam. As far as like what you got going on, you know, you got these 2 songs that are out and everything, and you sound like you're a person who's taking charge of your future.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me, where do you see yourself going from here?
To be honest, man, I'm a free spirited person, man. I don't really kind of think about what I'm gonna do, like you know, tomorrow or next week or whatever. I just kind of just go with the flow. But speaking with Royzy, we've been talking about probably touring as a duo. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Royzy and Royzy. So like.
What? Royzy and Royzy.
Royzy and Royzy. So you know, who knows what could go, you know, in the future? Who knows, man? I mean, you know, really nice to collaborate again.
It's kind of like JD and Coke.
You know what I mean? You know. Yeah. we got this collaboration together, but I really feel like people want to see more. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to see more of us. It's different, you know.
True.
Our styles and you know what we're doing together. Mm-hmm. Who knows what could happen in the future, man?
No, I hear you. Now, I mean, of course, you know, this is a Shakedown, so I have to do kind of like the things that Royzy does. So, top 5. Right? So, because you were R&B, you know, as you classified yourself, R&B, pop artist and everything, can you give us like your top 5 R&B artists? I know you kind of mentioned them, but that inspired you. You know what I mean?
For me, obviously, Michael Jackson has to be number 1. From a young age, even before I was a football fan, I was a Michael Jackson fan. Mm-hmm. So he always has to be number 1 for me. And then second to him, you can have Craig David.
Oh,
big
Craig
inspiration for me. If you put Michael Jackson and you put Craig David together, you'd get Adam Rose.
Oh, right.
So Michael Jackson, Craig David, you get Adam Rose. That's my two biggest inspiration in music.
I've had a scary Craig David experience.
Oh, would you like to share more? Your scary Craig David experience?
We was at I'm not even meant to say this, but I was
saying it anyway.
I was at a Craig David label, and every wall there's just nothing but pictures of Craig David. Everywhere. What? We are talking everywhere.
It's like Andy Warhol.
I walked in and was like,
Craig David everywhere.
Whoa, know what I mean? Like
everywhere I look, I just see Craig.
Yeah.
Nobody else but Craig.
That is crazy, but you know that's what happens when reach that kind of status. All right, 3 more.
So for me, again, I'd have to say Jodeci for me.
Oh man, Jodeci.
For me, with the R&B, it has to be Jodeci because what they've done for R&B, what they did for R&B, they really set the trend. So I've got to give credit. Big shout out to Jodeci. You know, your R. Kelly's. You know, you got to give him credit.
You got to.
R. Kelly before I heard everything that he's been
before what he's been doing.
Well, I was gonna say
before
that,
the whole drama.
I was gonna say that pre-Michael. Pre-Michael and pre-R. Listen, man. You know that is a complicated scenario, but it's still, man. When you're talking about art is art. So
you got to give it credit where it's due.
Yeah, you got. You know, I mean, everybody can remember where they were and how
everyone's
they felt
got a past
when you hear the song.
Yeah.
But then when you start to like peel back the curtain, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's about the art. So one more person.
One more person. It's got to be Joe. Mr. Joe Thomas.
Joe.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Big fan of Joe. Not sure if you know who Joe is. Made a few tracks with 50.
Yeah, man, Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah. I'm getting tired.
Everybody knows Joe. Everybody knows Joe.
Gotta give shout out to my boy Joe, man.
Yeah.
Gotta give a big shout out.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Pioneers R&B, man.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. Those are really good. So that's your like top 5. I'm loving that and everything, you know. So, you know, before we go, you know, in that aspect.
Royce the 5'9", Eminem.
I'm
Nas.
sorry, Roy.
You gotta ask Royzy as well, man.
Yes, of course I do. Roy, what is your top 5 R&B?
R&B.
That's what we were doing. Not
He's
R&B.
R&B.
See, he can easily do rap, right?
Number 1 R&B artist for me of all time is Chris Brown. I
hear that.
He's probably the best ever.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and there's no one messing with.
Shout out CB.
No, right.
Next down is Omarion.
Yeah.
Ooh, old school.
Damn,
man, no.
Have you heard that song? It goes, I've got an icebox where my used to be.
Take you down memory lane.
Yeah. So Omarion.
And you didn't think that Roy had it in him, but he did.
Beyonce.
Shout out to my girl, Queen
Look
B.
at that, man. Exactly. It don't have to be male.
112.
112.
Yeah, 112, man. 100%. Yo.
And
legends.
Last one would be. I'll go with Jodeci as well. Yeah.
Nice. See what I like about both your lists in that aspect of like, especially like the 112 and the Jodeci is that, you know, they actually are touring here. You know, like they actually, these artists from the 90s, my period in those days, is
still
that
going,
they
man.
they actually tour like as groups and stuff like that. You know, Genuine still doing Pony. You know what I mean? And it's like, but you know, people love it because it's man. Like, you know, that's the whole point.
Classics
It's all about the art. I mean, it's just strange, you know, like, you know, kind of like when you just mentioned like Chris Brown. Everybody's got a history. Everybody's got a story. And we're not talking about the story.
Just talk about the music, man. Just about the music, man.
Just about the music, man.
Strictly about the music.
Yeah, exactly. So either way you look at it, I mean, because if I had to just drop my top 5, I would be all old school. So I'd be like Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross. You know what I mean?
Well,
funny, bro.
What would you call Nate Dogg?
Nate Dogg is rap, bros.
Really dumb.
He's from the Dog Pound, right?
I'd say.
And he's, I mean, his kind of like
the Dog Pound, is he?
Yeah, Nate Dogg is from the Dog Pound.
You sure they Snoop Dogg in the Dog Pound?
Yeah, I am talking about Snoop Dogg in the Dog Pound. You don't think Nate Dogg is from the Dog Pound? Well, he was down with the Regulators. Who's that?
I'm not saying he wasn't down with them.
Yeah, but then that makes him part of the gang.
Yeah.
Affiliated. Well, I mean, look, he was affiliated with Warren G, wasn't he? So, like, in that aspect is that whole Dog Pound crew is all those guys from the West Coast where they were just like, you know, they were all mates and cousins, and they were trying to do the whole Wu-Tang affiliated kind of stuff.
That's what it is.
But you wouldn't call Nate Dogg Wu-Tang at all. You know what I mean? No. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, that's my lesson for Roy. I'm telling you, I'm old school. So anyway,
who's your top 5?
You don't have to answer. I was telling you, I said Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross, you know, Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, because I could go women too as well and everything. But oh man, listen, I'll just hit you with some Smokey Robinson, right? Because I'm old school. I'm all about the love, bruh. Motown all the way. So anyway.
Yeah, that.
Adam, I mean, like, that's me, I mean, it's been a pleasure actually talking to you here in our socially distanced studio. You can, yeah. Well, you know what? You guys know each other. You have a history, yeah. That's what it's all about, and Roy, I mean, you being on the other side of the table, how has that been? Besides the fact that you feel like you've fallen asleep.
No, it's been easy.
No, nice one. But yeah, I look forward to like hearing more stuff. As again, you were in the live lounge today, so people will be able to get to experience your music. Did you actually did you do Stush or?
Yeah.
You did Stush and Puerto Rico, yeah.
Ooh,
both songs.
Stush and
both
Puerto
songs,
Rico,
so
yeah.
Lots of flavor for you guys, man. Lots of spice.
So for a man who has no video, now he has a live lounge.
I've got videos out there, but yeah, just not those two yet.
Yeah.
But I've got videos out there on YouTube, guys. So
oh, do you?
Follow me, Adam Rose Music.
So tell us how so hit us with your social media handle.
So social media, guys, Adam Rose Music, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere, man. Just hit me up.
Yeah. Nice one. Yeah,
and my boy Royzy.
Royzy Rothschild on everything and anything.
I like how people just say I'm on everything, but I mean,
really,
not like
I'm
I got
on
the time. Not like I got the time to troll your networks, but still, it's a pleasure again. Having you guys into the studio. It's a pleasure being on this side. I mean, I've only done one other Shakedown in our old studio, so thanks for asking me to do this and everything. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Shakedown. I'm Chase Johnston-Lynch. That's Adam Rose, and of course. Our man Royzy Rothschild in the booth. So until next time, peace.
Enough love.